FIghtHype.com here with a man who needs no introduction, but I have to introduce him anyway because I haven't had a chance to formally say.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Well, come on.
I just talked
We
shit.
already
What's
know.
up?
No. The man, the myth, the Hall of Fame legend, Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd.
What's up, Fight Hype? Talk to me.
No, you talk to me, brother. First of all, thank you for inviting me into your palatial estate here. This is very beautiful home.
Palatial estate is a big house, a palace, a castle, whatever you guys want it to be.
Come on, man. This is a palace. This place is huge. It's I mean, we've seen the clips on social media.
Chihuly.
Look at that. Yeah. I mean, we've definitely seen the clips on social media, but to be here in person, it is, wow. It's very nice. You are definitely living like a king.
I'm blessed. I can't, that's the only thing I can really say. I'm just really blessed.
Yeah.
And you can never take nothing for granted. I'm very appreciative. What my dad has taught me, and I just took it to that next level.
The next level, and the next level beyond, and another level beyond that. You laugh. I mean, it sounds funny, but I remember being with you at the Big Boy Mansion, and
still got the Big Boy Mansion.
It's still got the Big Boy Mansion.
Yeah.
It's that's a little side house.
I can't say that. No. Anytime you spend 8 figures or 9 figures for a house, gotta be appreciative. Gotta be thankful. Even if you spend 7 figures, everybody got different levels. So you can never knock nobody level. So I respect everybody. Can't knock nobody hustle. Everybody got their own hustle. And everybody got their own drive and their hustle. How to get it, only thing I can do is respect it.
Well, you've been getting it for a long time. You're still getting it.
Yeah, last 27 years as a professional. Yeah.
Well, you're still getting it. Obviously, you got it at the exhibition you had a few months ago. Names matter. You're fighting Gotti. Was it the third, right? It was grandson?
Yes, John Gotti grandson.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Crazy scene, as always, at a Floyd Mayweather event.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because people was like, I think from what I was hearing, a lot of people on social media was saying that it was fake or it was scripted. Absolutely not true. You see that it was fights all around the arena, so when something like that happens, it can't be fake or rehearsed.
Emotions were definitely flying that night.
Probably so. I was cool. I really wasn't tripping.
Yeah. I mean, when something like that does happen, I mean, obviously you were putting on a show, you were entertaining the fans, but does it leave kind of like an empty space there where maybe you're like, man, might have to run that one back?
Well, from what I'm told, we spoke. My team has spoke to his team, and before the end of the year, I think we're gonna make it happen.
Ooh, the rematch.
Yes.
The rematch.
They've been talking about another fight also, another exhibition with a guy that's in Canada who was fighting at light heavyweight. What's his name?
At light heavyweight.
Used to be a champion.
Boxer?
Yes.
Jean Pascal?
Yes.
Really?
So that name was brought up, but I told them, the numbers wasn't right. The numbers wasn't right. So you gotta get your numbers right. We're just gonna move around lightly. It all depends on what they want to do. Some want to move around heavy, some want to move around light. So in the last exhibition, a lot of disrespect. So it got a little crazy.
Crazy, but still entertaining,
yes.
Nonetheless.
It's all about entertaining the people, so it was what it was.
Just the other weekend, there was a huge fight for all 4 titles. Undisputed was on the line between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford.
Yes.
You were in the building, right?
Yes.
Did you have a good time?
Yes, actually I did.
Yeah.
Yep, I was there to watch them welterweights meet up. I didn't want them to fight.
No?
I really like both of those guys.
Yeah.
A lot. A lot. You know, I had a chance to hang around Earl. I had a chance to hang around Terence. And both guys, class act, both.
Obviously, before the fight happened, I know you're I don't want to say you never give a prediction. It's rare that you would ever give a prediction.
I never gave a
for fight
prediction
like
for that fight.
That's what I thought. I don't remember you giving a prediction for it.
But you know, a lot of times when you look at social media would look like I'm leaning towards one guy because I boxed one guy before. So when I boxed Errol Spence, I was actually 35. The age what Terence Crawford is right now. I was 35 and Errol Spence was 22. 22 or 23. I'm gonna say 22. Could have been 23, but I'm gonna say 22. And what's so crazy when I think about just different ages and I think about boxing. Now, when I fought Canelo, I was 36 and Canelo was 23, around the same age. Some of these guys won world titles and was undisputed champion. I think, the Tank age, the young little champions. Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts. And the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36 with 40-something fights. And to tell you the truth, I was over the hill. And so when I fight guys, when I'm in my 30s and they're in their 30s, you know what they say?
What's that?
Oh, this guy all washed up. But I'm not washed up in my 30s. But when I fight, if I'm in my 30s and another guy in his 30s and we fight, they say he's washed up. So I'm 2 years older than Pacquiao. So when I fight Pacquiao, he said, you didn't fight him at the right time. Well, last time I checked, if 300 million ain't the right time, then tell me when it is the right time.
Facts. Can you imagine if you fought him sooner than that?
No, if I would have fought Pacquiao a lot sooner, I wouldn't have made the money that I made. Probably wouldn't even been half of that. Probably would make, what, 70?
Yeah.
70 million?
Yeah.
So with me having patience, taking my time, you can't rush life. Everything will happen when it happens.
Yeah.
Simple and plain.
Yeah. And they always give those excuses like after the fight. You know what I mean? Like before the fight, they won't say, oh, he's inexperienced. But then when you make it look easy, then they want to throw out the excuses.
Well, a lot of times when they talk about, I don't do this, but Box Rec and different blog sites and different people, when they rate fighters. So I guess they got a certain point system where they rate fighters. So they got like me, Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo, and Pacquiao. So then when I look at it, I'm like, it's 5 of us, and if I just move myself to the side, it's 4. And out of the 4, I beat 3. And we going by a point system. That's how they rate the fighters. It's not me. I'm only going by what so-called boxing experts do.
Right. Well,
yeah, but let's finish talking about that fight.
Yeah, well, I was about to say.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me tell the people. When FIghtHype, I apologize. I jump around.
No, that's not. It's not you. It's me. I'm rusty.
Would you guys like to pause? Would you like to restart another one?
No, we good. Look, I'm telling you, it's all me. I'm rusty. I retire. When you retired officially, I retired too.
Okay.
So it's been a minute since I've had an opportunity to sit down in front of you.
Okay.
So we good.
Let's do
But I was about to bounce right back to.
So let's go back to the fight.
So obviously great performance by Terence Crawford. That was it was beautiful to watch, but also tough to watch to see what happened to Errol. Obviously, we don't wish bad on nobody. But that being said, a lot of people were comparing that performance to say your fight with Diego Corrales, right? Like where people thought going into it, it was going to be competitive 50-50, but then...
Well, there's a difference.
Okay.
I can speak on my opponent. I only can speak from what I know. I can't do an interview and badmouth Terence Crawford. I'm not going to do that. Absolutely not. I'm not going to badmouth Errol Spence. I can't do that. I don't want to badmouth Diego Corrales because he's no longer here. So may he rest in peace. But if I can speak just honestly to the people, I don't want to be biased. I don't want to sound like I'm hating or I'm mad at anyone. So when I say certain things, I'm not taking shots at no fighter. I'm just saying, speaking from the heart, because I respect all three of those guys. So, my fight with Diego Corrales, it wasn't for the undisputed title, and they fought for the undisputed title. When me and Diego Corrales fought, he was considered the boogeyman. 30-0, if I'm not mistaken, 27 knockouts. Okay. Myself, I was undefeated also in 20-something fights, and that was a huge fight at that particular time. I don't know how Diego Corrales training camp went. I always come ready to rock and roll. And as you can see from the opening bell, Diego Corrales was on my ass. So, of course, I had to make sure that my legs was in top condition, make sure my defense was good, and I was throwing combinations, all throughout the fight. And I was in my 20s, and he was in his 20s. So it was totally different. But, with these two guys fighting, it was, I can't really speak on it. I don't really want to speak on that fight because I don't want to take nothing away from Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. So, I can dance around talking about the fight, but I would never badmouth these fighters that get in there and put it all on the line to take care of their families, take care of their friends, and they got a team that's behind them. So both of those guys went out there and they did what they had to do, and the best man won. But with Errol Spence being under the PBC banner, which a lot of times you hear fighters saying, I'm with PBC, I'm with Al Heyman, but I'm not with Floyd Mayweather. And I'm not talking about Earl. I'm just talking about in general. And I need every fighter to know this. If you're with PBC, you're with Floyd Mayweather, period. Okay? Period. You cannot bring up Al Heyman's name without bringing up Floyd Mayweather's name. We're one. With that being said, I want the best for Errol Spence. So, if I was training him or I was in his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion. You know, but once again, I don't have no say so. You know, when these guys, you know, certain fighters, when they want to fight, our job is to line it up. And us fighters, we're warriors. We always want to fight the best. It's just how it is. But it's so crazy, like what goes on in today's time. And I want you to just notice this. You got Muhammad Ali. You know who they compare him to? Floyd Mayweather. You got Sugar Ray Leonard. You got, every time it's a fighter from the past, from the present, or a fighter that's going to be in the future, they're going to keep comparing them to Floyd Mayweather. Now, the people have to answer this question. If they keep comparing all these fighters from back in the day all the way to now, they keep comparing these fighters to me, that has to say something about me. I don't have to come on record and say I'm TBE. I don't have to come on record and say, oh, I did this, I did that. When it was my time, I did what I had to do. It's gonna be fighters that's gonna continue to fight. It's gonna be fighters that they're gonna continue to compare to me. I understand it. That's the boxing business. But when I was in the sport, yes, I was in the sport because I wanted to be world champion. I wanted to be the best. But then it gets to the point where you say, okay, I let you guys argue and talk about who won the most belts. When the history books is written, they're going to say Floyd Mayweather, out of all the fighters, was the smartest one. Y'all can win the most belts. Okay, they're fine. I wanted the most checks, and I wanted the biggest checks. So when these guys are out here fighting now, and I don't know the numbers that they're getting. They could be getting what? 7 million, 8 million, 10 million. But remember this, I don't leave nothing on the table. So even with these exhibitions, why you keep doing exhibitions? It's free money, and I'm gonna keep getting it. My philosophy is never stop getting it. So with that being said, I will continue to entertain, have fun, and the number is always between, we can pick up an 8, a 10, a 50, a 60. You know, you gotta realize, this is for sparring. Legalized sparring. This is free money, so I will continue to pick up free money.